In Sonoma County, rival gang members and a lack of activities in Juvenile Hall was leading to a lot of problems for the staff and high tension and recidivism rates for the teens inside. So they brought in the club, the Boys and Girls Club, that is, to provide activities, counseling, and a different way of addressing problems.
Our co-CEOs, Jennifer and Jason Weiss, are passionate about the mission of Boys and Girls Club, which is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to become caring, productive, responsible citizens. The kids in Juvenile Hall are the kids who need us most. So through a collaboration between them and the then Juvenile Hall director, started a conversation about how can we better serve the kids that are here. And that's where the idea came from, and that was probably about 3 years ago now. We've been here for 2 years, so it took about a year in the making.
How it's different down here is the relationship that we have with the Boys and Girls Club and the staff that they've employed to work here. It's different in that they get 1 hour of evidence-based programming through the Boys and Girls Club, and then they get 1 hour of free time. And if the camera was to look around, there's foosball tables, hockey tables, gym equipment, all kinds of recreational equipment that you wouldn't see on a normal housing unit in a juvenile detention facility.
We created a system in which kids can earn eligibility to come down, to come to the club. We structured the club into 2 segments. One was for programming, followed by structured recreation. And then from there, it was just making it happen. All of a sudden, the kids were coming in, and my responsibility was to offer some engaging programs to build the relationships with the young adults, the youth here.
Being here at Juvenile Justice, I was here almost like 7 years. I pretty much grew up here since I was 13. When I came back from group homes, I heard about the club. So I tried my hardest to be good and just try to make it there. And then one day I met RICARDO there, and he started talking about all money situations, healthy habits.
We call it Cubby. That's the biggest thing that drives the Boys and Girls Club. It's competence, usefulness, belonging, and influence. And every session is kind of directed around that, so I'm trained to do that. But a lot of it just comes from naturally wanting to connect.
I got motivated, and then I met RICARDO outside. I started working with him, and now we're both trying to help myself to get on my feet and be able to be a man.
I feel that the biggest reason I was able to build so many relationships, rapport, and respect with the youth here was the fact that I spoke to them with a lot of respect. I spoke to them how I wanted them in turn to treat me.
He's helped me a lot, and it helped me grow a lot.
I got here January 14th of 2012 for an armed robbery I committed. I was tried as an adult, but I was still 17 years old. The club, it surprised me because it had an Xbox at first. That was the first thing I noticed. Flat screen TV, had a gym.
The game room, the studio, the fitness center, all of that was donated through the community. We really have them earn it, to go through that programming, to participate, to make attendance, and to earn the second half. We really ask for all of them to be engaged.
We do this to change lives. The partnership with Boys and Girls Club, it's something that they've been doing outside with kids, and to target a group of kids. People will say, why Juvenile Hall kids? The fact of the matter is throughout the state, a high percentage of these kids will be back in the community again. So what better opportunity? We have them all right here. They're a captured audience. We can provide good programming, good relationship building through Boys and Girls Club staff and our staff, and hopefully change lives. Change their lives so they go out there and be a better citizen and not come back.
These young people, when they were growing up, didn't have access to a Boys and Girls Club in their community. So we felt like we needed to come in and work with them and give them some of the things that they missed, that they didn't have when they were growing up in our community. Second, building their relationships are really important. And third, really want to motivate them to make the choice to change. So all the kids that we work with, we want them to be the best version of themselves, but they have to want that too. And so working with them here within Juvenile Hall at our club, we can inspire them and help develop that in them, so when they're released, they're continuing to make that choice for themselves. It's a a nonprofit program running in a county facility, partly funded by a city, which is a really remarkable partnership for a lot of folks who know how that works. So we feel very fortunate, and that partnership continues to grow.
It exposes them to possibilities. I think the humdrum of a unit in a juvenile hall can be pretty monotonous. I think the Boys and Girls Club is creative. It allows them to explore who they are. It's not such a rigid environment.
And the basic principles and the rules that, you know, the Boys and Girls Club go by are safety, respect, responsibility. We also add fun. So we go by those rules and make sure everybody knows those from the get-go.
The commitment is that you're going to participate openly to get that reward. On top of that, they have to behave on the housing units, the regular housing units, to get that opportunity to come down here. So all these games and the exercise equipment is a big carrot for them.
We have a lot of expectations for them, don't get me wrong, but it's the way of getting them to feel that they can do it, and that they're smart enough and that they're skilled enough to be able to succeed.
These kids are going to be released. They're going to be your next door neighbor. They're going to go to your schools, and this is an opportunity to change their lives in the better and make them more productive citizens and give them the guidance that they need so they can be a good neighbor, good classmate and whatnot when they do get out, because they will be getting out.
It helped me grow a lot, you know. Now that I'm outside in the world, I'm able to look back in these past years and figure out that I was just young. I was confused about my life.
The biggest importance that we can do is expose them to caring adults that are going to be committed to supporting them when they get released. And for them to know that there's resources that they can connect to when they get released is just the biggest partnership that we have with Juvenile Hall.
Being able to grow up and use all my skills I learned here makes me feel good.